All right. So I just want to see what the new game mode is. That's all I want to do. I just want to see like what it is, what it's about. And I'm like, you know what? Did she cause another blackout? Nah, my ass went to bed, bro. I was so uninterested and so bored by that shit that after playing, not even playing, I did like 3 things in Sim. I tested the abilities, and after testing the abilities, I just came to the conclusion that this frame is boring as fuck, and I'm not interested. You like the new weapon? I would like the new weapon, except it just doesn't matter what you put on it. It just doesn't matter because it's just an insta kill once the enemy is low enough. So nothing matters. I'm 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 not interested in the weapon personally. And also like the fact that Folly as is basically can just level cap for free with just push this button. It deals exactly the amount of damage for this weapon to insta-kill, regardless of the health of the enemy, regardless of the level. I think it's lame, personally. Heat procs from the thing inherit the 35% threshold insta-kill? I would imagine so. I would imagine that any damage instance, so you can heat prime this. It makes perfect sense why that would be, or like any of the DOTs. And it would do that. And, you know, that's fine. Especially because, you know what? You know how interesting that is? You could do a heat inherit setup with the alt fire, with max range with Firestorm, right? And you could only ever alt fire with this. And whatever secondary you choose to be your flamethrower would probably nuke. Right? So we could do heat mods. And we could go like this, which isn't even terrible because this has a pretty decent, because it has an extra 60 heat mod. And then whatever Bane mod you want, and that's it. That's your build. That's fine, I guess. We do need some status chance to force our heat procs, so galvanized and or not right, not galvanized. That and that should probably get us a consistent heat proc. And then I guess maybe this for more. Am I blind? Where is it? Crux with the C. There we go. Alphabetical. And then shit, that's it, realistically. Maybe multi-shot if you really need it, but I mean, why would you? You know? It's an invincible, teleporting Arctic Xmas, vampiric limnus, and corridors, and you can't avoid them. Yeah, so I've seen the feedback regarding the Folly game mode. I'm very curious about it, so I'm gonna grab Loki. With Safeguard Switch and with an Art Gun, right, and also a secondary with Fortifier, I feel like would maybe be the play. Hi, MCID. But I don't even think you can fortify her. We're just gonna whatever. So from what I understand, this game mode genuinely, like, is there anything to do? You have to pick it up, which nullifies your operator with no void slings. What's the point of being an operator if your operator gets nullified? What? That sounds so stupid. It sucks absolute dick? That sounds horrible. That sounds like the least fun thing you could possibly do, no? Surely you're jest. Surely you're not serious. That sounds like the absolute worst thing you could possibly ever design something to be. Can you at least crowd control Folly with, like, cold procs? 90% of the game mode is walking around in void mode to be invincible. Folly... does around 500 health points per second to your operator. That's fascinating. That sounds like the worst game design I've ever heard in my life. They shipped that? Well, we're going to find out. The whole point of this stream is that we're going to find out and see what it's about. I wanted to see. So, over here on Venus, I haven't done the base path version, so let's just do that first. And let's just go solo and see what it's like. Folly's immune to movement crowd control like Vazarin. Fascinating. So, first things first, let's just look at the environment. And the environment is actually fairly cool. This is just the relay, like the beginning entry point to the relay, but it's all fucked up and destroyed, which I think is very cool looking. I think if they wanted to be immersive, they could have made it so that this maybe did like space damage to you or something, because this is technically a floating relay in space. Okay, I don't know why there's a portal there. That's interesting. Find paint. Okay, found paint. So is this the... No, I didn't. That's a canvas. I need to find paint to put on the canvas, right? That's how that works? Well, the area makes really gross, weird noises. Oh, can you guys hear the game? Hold on. Let me turn the game up a little bit. Let me turn the game up just a little bit. Sound mixer. There we go. To like that. Oh, it makes a noise, so it's really easy to hear the paint. Paint collected. Oh, yeah, and you can't void sling. They thought this was gonna be fun? Oh, do I have to kill these? Oh, and I need to do this multiple times. Fascinating. And that's Folly. Okay, I can ping Folly to keep track of it. Oh, and she teleports. Wait, does she just teleport whenever you're far enough away? Or, like, what's her teleport range? Oh, there it is again. So if I switch TP, I go invuln. I'm gonna use an art gun for this. I can't switch teleport with Folly, but I can switch teleport with the random enemies. Hello? How do I get you? Oh, this is Samaris' room, isn't it? Yeah, so it's up here. So the question I have is how I'm gonna get past Folly then if she... Oh, okay. Well, apparently when she teleports, it's Freelo, so whatever. So I'm just chilling here, right? Okay, that's done. That's the game mode? That's it? That's so mid. Sticky ink. What does that mean? Alright. Okay. Oh, do I have to find a different canvas now? Ow. That hurts. Okay. Oh, look, that's a thing. That's probably going to guide me to where I need to go. Well, that's more ink, but I already have ink, so that's good. I'll save that for later. Where's the canvas? There it is. Come on. Is it not done yet? Do I have to just stand here and wait? I have to stand here and wait. Fascinating. It wasn't in the new Loka room. It was over here, wasn't it? Yeah, here it is. This game mode sucks. Oh shit, that's Folly. Ah! Don't get me, Folly. I'm so scared. Oh god, there she is again. And then there's a thing to pick up, but I guess it deleted. That's the game mode? Oh, there's Folly again. Oh, that's not good. Hello, let me go through you. Thank God for Loki. So I imagine she detects you if invis, right? Like you're still gonna get detected. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Wait, am I stuck here? Oh, the door is inked. Oh shit. Ow. Ow. I don't even know where the next painting is, actually. You don't like the new game mode? As I'm playing it right now, I'm asking myself what they could possibly be thinking. Ah, you can shoot those. Okay. Oh. Okay, wait, hold on. This trail is gonna direct me from where I need to go. Okay, so you can break these. That's fine. There's a balloon there for more resources. Interesting. I need to find where the painting is. I don't care about the... Oh my god. There's not really any instructions on where the painting is, you know? There's more resource here, though. Oh, shit. Can I shoot you to slow you down or something? Nope, can't do anything. Fascinating. Are the paintings in the same location every time? It's more of these guys. Apparently the environment hates me. That's my Warframe. Hello. Oh, you slow me. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Here it is. No. That's just more... That's more ink. Yeah, I have ink. Where's the fucking painting? This game mode blows. The waypoints only point you to the ink. They're not pointing you to the painting. No, it's not this white one, is it? Have I just been ignoring the painting this entire time? Use the elevator? Is it not this white waypoint over here? Is this not the spot? Because this... No, that's just a resource. Oh, god damn it. Folly's back. Fuck. Look, this keeps pointing me to more ink, but it's not pointing me to the next painting. Worst game mode in history. This definitely sucks. I've been in this area already. I've been in all of these areas already. Is it just back down? Is the next one down again? Ow. It's not in the smartest room, is it? Doesn't seem like it. Where's the... There it is. Yeah, really nice that the sculpture doesn't highlight, so I have no idea where it is. Lower floor? But it's not this one. I already did this one. It's not in here either. I've already been in this area. Where the fuck is it? I've already been all over this place, so it has to be upstairs. Again, this is just more ink, which I already have. Oh, what the fuck? You can go deeper. What? This is... No, this is the beginning. This is the entry point. Fascinating. Then it's bugged? Surely not. Surely I'm just blind and don't know where it is. Surely the painting is somewhere and it's not bugged. My first ever time doing it. Does this go up? No, right? No, this only goes down. Oh, that's you. Oh my god, it is here. It's all the way back here. Polyphia. What does that mean? Oh god, my operator's gonna die. Ah! Alright. Where was that other ink splotch? It was somewhere nearby, wasn't it? It was like... I don't remember anymore. Overguard is definitely the way to go. I mean, this feels like a use Dante Spectre moment, no? Find paint. I'm trying to remember where it was. This game mode really does suck. Okay. There. I did it. You know those Tectilus mods for operator speed? Seems like they're not so useless. I'm agreeing. Yeah, you really do just walk around in operator mode. That's fascinating. This has got to be the worst game mode ever invented. Can you even use specters? I don't know. That and Magus Cadence? Yeah. I got a seed, apparently. %90 sprint speed for the Void Sling. Yeah. So, if we go over really quickly to my Xeneric loadout actually has this exact build because I built my Xeneric loadout for moving around the Parita Rebellion. And so because it's built around moving the Parita Rebellion, it's just Void Sling efficiency, knockdown immunity, sprint speed, Void Sling efficiency. So it's just that, right? Is there anything else for movement that isn't jump height? Void Sling, Void Mode efficiency, and speed in Void Mode for each Naramon school. Well, that's good, no? So fuck that other one. I don't need damage. Just do that. Because Void Mode efficiency seems like it's going to be a massive thing. And then, honestly, Void Sling distance by 10% for each. I might change this out for a Naramon one. Oh, all the Naramon ones are bad. There's only this one. Pre-Void Sling, then you have 90% sprint speed. Yeah, I know that one as well. The Arcane Sling Cadence. On Sling, you get speed for 10 seconds or 12 seconds. Yeah. So that seems like it's mandatory for this game mode. Which is insane. I guess we'll get rid of lockdown temporarily, which sucks, but whatever. You only have so much room, you know? If you put lightning dash on an electric frame, do you get the electric buff on abilities? No, I don't. What? Lightning dash is just bullet jump damage, is it not? Also feels like your weapons don't really matter. I ran around and like nothing mattered, so I guess I'd rather something that I can just point in the general direction and blow up a container, right? If I only care about container damage, that makes me think Kuva Heck. Because the Kuva Heck is just, fuck this container, it's gone forever. Movement tech doesn't really matter. The companion didn't seem to matter too much, so I guess you just literally run around. So how does the clan event work, then? Does the clan event just mean that we have to do this mission a bunch? Where is the clan event, even? Because usually it's here, or here, but I don't even see it. So how does... Clan event launches later? Oh, so he's talking about the weekly resources for the clan menu. Interesting. So he's talking about in this menu. He's talking about these weekly initiatives. Okay, cool. Well, that sucks. Let's, I guess, do this on Steel Path. And just be done with it. Clan event next week in 2 days. You and your clan go watch paint dry. I think it would be a better event to watch paint dry. I'm a little bit confused why there's even an entry section here where, like, you can run around. I don't quite understand the point of this instead of just loading straight in, other than, like, look at the cool environment. Which is fine, but, like, whatever. So, yeah, you can't do any specters. Can't do necromech. Can't do K-Drive. But you can do Art Gun. Which is interesting. Can't do Atomocycle. Really? That's interesting. Alright, so first order of business is to find the first painting. Well, I found the ink right away. See, what sucks is... I'm just going to use where the enemies were coming from. Yeah, so where the enemy is coming from. So the the canvases are in fixed locations, it seems. Okay. Get off my head, please. Thank you. So the canvases are in fixed locations, and it seems like the paint is in fixed locations, right? So this one should be over here. Nope, the paint's not there. Awesome. Oh, I'm out of energy. Huh, that's not a problem. I'm on Zeneric. Okay, paint's here. There's the occasional balloon which has resources in it. Do I move faster like this, do you reckon? Do I move faster in void mode? I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? The void mode speed doesn't seem to do anything. Oh, I don't have energy for shit. I should do the passive energy regen. Or like a energy companion. Okay, there's that. So this game mode's really uninteresting then, no? Because you just run to the same location. So this one's gonna be here in the parent sequence, right? No, that's where the thing is. The canvas is gonna be in the middle. Oh my god, operator energy just disappeared. What? What are we talking about? Yeah, this one's here. And then the thing is in the parent sequence. Ow. My health bar. I might as well give my Warframe some energy while I'm here. This feels so incredibly lame. So then the next one was behind something. I don't remember where. It was like... I just need to find it again. Behind Suda? No, that's a paintball. Fascinating. Chad, I forgot where it was again, I'm not gonna lie. Was it... Oh, that's the main one. Was it behind Loka? No? Fuck, where was it? I forgot where the picture was. Okay, interesting. So being in void mode when you're... Oh, I don't need to be in this because I'm that. It's not the relay entrance. Oh, you have to... Oh, no, it's just... Oh, okay, whatever. There we go. This game mode is ass. This game mode sucks. There's a slow that you can't remove. The immortal death field follows you around and teleports to you, so you can't even really get away. Was it over here? No, this is where the thing is. I just checked that. Was it? Dude, I forgot where it was. This is so lame. Some of the walls are breakable. Oh. Okay, so being in void mode while you're in her range is like just no energy simulator. Also, I love being slowed with no... Well, this wall isn't breakable. Look at that slow. What are we talking about? Brother. You lied, it's not breakable. Yeah, okay, she like obliterates your energy. Dude, where is it? It's in the same place, right? There it is. Found it. Okay. Which room is this? This is Red Veil room. It's in the Red Veil room, in the back of the Red Veil room. I just gotta remember that for next time. Oh, the bubbles deal damage to you for some reason. Apparently that... Why did I take damage there? What? This game mode sucks. I hear the ink noise here. Am I tripping? It's up, I see. Because that's where I would check with my operator. Is up, in a place where... can't bullet jump to. Surely this door is... Surely they block off these doors to make you go all the way around. Surely that's what they do. Oh, god damn it. Oh, that's really not good. I'm gonna run out of energy there. As the game mode for real? Yeah, this sucks. Like, genuinely sucks. Dude, you lose energy so ridiculously fast. You like have to do like this and then just keep yourself alive with like an invuln gate like this. Oh, you lose energy through overguard. Fascinating. This is the only game mode where that's the case, right? Surely. That's fascinating. I forget where the last ink thing is. They're like in fixed locations. That's still a pain in the ass. There it is. Oh, right. Apparently, ink door. Sure. This game mode is awful. They thought this was a fun game mode. They thought that people would enjoy playing this. It's fundamentally horrible. This game mode is turbo ass. Dude, this is like the least fun thing they could have ever made for a game mode. You doubt they played on Steel Path? It doesn't even make a difference, but I mean, like, Steel Path or not, like, it's just a number bump. It doesn't make a difference. That's so unfun. What do you mean if, Big Josh? That's absolutely going to happen. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Overguard frame with energy regen in the modding. So Dante, right? Or Rhino. And just like high efficiency. Or this. This is fine, right? This should be plenty. And just literally 224 and just vibe. And then on the Vazrin build, just to make it a little bit easier to use, I guess I should grab a movement speed one for the shit game mode. And so we want the Naramon Void Efficiency one. Or sorry, Naramon Operator Speed one. It's Unairu Void Efficiency one. We want the knockdown immunity. We want maximum sling distance and void sling efficiency. Isn't there one for like just straight move speed though? Oh, it's this one. This is the one for move speed. I mean, does the health matter? Void sling efficiency maybe doesn't matter as much if I just get whatever. And then what is this one? Void sling for overguard strip and defense strip. Public spawns more follies, more enemies, and more paint to fill, but it's still only 3 ink blots, so 2 of the 4 players just do nothing. You're joking. Wait, so public is just a straight debuff. If you run with people, you're just killing yourself. Because 2 out of 4 people literally have nothing to do. They shipped this? They shipped this. You in public had 4 follies following you and passed by another guy who had 2 following him. Please public queue at least once. I need to see this. Dog, I'm almost scared to. I don't want a public queue, especially with how much I don't like the average player already. The last thing I want to do is more paint. You beg? Alright, we'll run this. I think I have Bane of Murmur. Let's get the Infested. Why does this keep fucking resetting, dude? I'm gonna lose my mind. Please fix this, DE. I know somebody from the... This has been buggy. It keeps resetting. I want mine on Drain, because all of my important mods are the most expensive ones. I don't want it on Name over and over again. This is the most useless way to sort mods. This is useless to me. Because all of the mods that I want are 16 cost mods for the most part. I know everything is. Please, DE. You played in public, have not had problems with Dante? You'll join? I don't even want to, but we'll grab you. My feedback for this game mode is in multiple parts. I have multiple layers of feedback for this game mode. I'm going to play it a little bit again, but playing it on public, we're going to see if this is, like, unplayable or not. Which I assume it will be. Public queue and bring Volt, make people suffer. Yeah, didn't they just nerf Volt's ability to speed buff teammates as well? Guilty mode is another story. You have to use Arcane Nullified. Just gonna do that and just get people some whatever. Fine paint. I'm just gonna give people Overguard first. Alright, I don't know who that fourth person is, but they're not getting Overguard. So this is the painting, right? Oh, no, the painting's in a different spot. Awesome. Awesome, so cool. Why is it in a different place? That makes no sense. Where's the canvas? There's the canvas. So we have 4 people. You need 8? We've lost the plot. Tell me we don't have to go back and forth between the top and bottom floor. Tell me it ain't so. Oh, you can find multiple paintings at once. That's awful. I fell. I hear another shimmering up there. I heard another shimmering. You have to find so much more paint. Oh, that one's done. Alright, I guess let's go back to C. C is this way. Thank God for knockdown immunity. So we need, like... You need so much more paint. But this unironically kind of feels easier so long as you don't finish all the way. So what I'm what I'm assuming, right, is if I finish C, we're going to go into stage 3. So we just shouldn't finish it. I should just wait, and I should just let my team figure out point B. And I should just chill here and hang out. Because if I do this, we're going to go to stage 3, and then we're going to have to deal with Rage Folly. So what I would rather do is I would rather just chill the fuck out. Ow. And I would just, like, rather... Like, can I stand here and trick Folly? I bet I can, because I bet Folly can't path here. Oh, maybe she can. Maybe she can't, actually. Hold on, let's see. Oh, no, she can. Shit. Okay. Transparent static, GG. So, hey, what happens to your paint blob if you fall with a paint blob, by the way? Let me just do this for my teammates. Just help them out a little bit. You've, like, lost the paint blob, right? Or do I have it on me? Oh, it seems like you lose the paint blob. The pity system for this must be fucking awful. This must be horrible. Thank God for Dante. Oh, yeah, you drain energy through Overguard as well. That's so... What's the point, then? Okay, well, we're completing that one, I guess. So I guess we're going into Frenzy. Oh, she's not in Frenzy mode. Why isn't she in Frenzy mode? So it's just a bunch of follies after me. But, like, I can just kind of chill, no? Not really in any danger. Ah, shit. Now I'm in danger. Oh, I'm getting... Oh, I'm stuck. Awesome. This seems like it wasn't playtested at all. Oh, hey, look, there's paint here for some reason. I don't know why there's paint there, but there's paint there now. Okay. I have to get to that canvas spot. Oh, I'm fucked. There goes all my operator energy. Dude, this sucks. This sucks so bad. Why was there a folly on top of my head there? Is there ink here? No? Well, I'm gonna give myself overguard before I run through here. And just look for ink. This is so much worse. Where's the last fucking ink puddle? Surely there's an ink puddle somewhere. It's probably downstairs, actually. It's probably downstairs. Why am I slowed? Okay. They want you to do that 60 times. They want you to do that 60 times. Chat, the achievement there said get 1,200 of the resource, and you get around 50 at a time. So they want you to do this, unironically, 60 to 70 times. Did they just implement that to make a 6-7 joke? Or is it like... This is probably, like, being really generous. Being really, really generous, right? Probably the worst game mode that they've ever made. I would go as far as to say that this is the lowest quality, like, least fun mission type in any video game that I've ever played. Being as nice as possible. Like... Oh, 48? Oh, you're right, Skeletal. You thought Ascension was bad? I liked Ascension. My only problem with Ascension is that I ended up playing too much of it and burnt myself out. But I actually really liked Ascension. I thought it was a lot of fun because if you play with a squad and you optimize it really, really hard, then you can get the run to exactly 5 minutes. And so me and my friends, we had like a challenge to try and get it to exactly 5 minutes. And we got... Sorry, our goal was to get sub 5. And we got all the way to like 5 flat. And we were like, we gotta get the sub 5. It's gotta be possible. Like, if we use like some kind of speed or we use some kind of bullshit. And we had a lot of fun min-maxing and really trying. And all of our runs are like 5 minutes 1, 5 minutes 5, whatever. We tried speedrunning forever. The problem is we burnt ourselves out on it. This... I bet if you're in the Rift, you can't pick up paint, bring Limbo. I wouldn't even fucking touch Limbo. Limbo will just die. He'll just take damage. He will just take damage and die. There's no reason to bring Limbo. He's just dead and useless. Okay. I have several pieces of feedback. One, what's the point of Overguard if I just drain energy anyways? What's the point of Overguard if the energy just disappears? That's like it. That makes no sense. 2, why is it you're locked into Operator and also you can't Void Sling or do anything Operator related? 3, there's no clarity in the waypoints, so it feels like they really, really, really want you to use the Golden Instinct mod or ability to find everything, but Golden Instinct is on like a minute cooldown and has a very limited range that isn't worth using. So this game mode revolves around 4 people in a lobby, all using Golden Instinct to find shit. But Golden Instinct is on a minute cooldown. Otherwise, you just run around and hope you run into something. There's no clarity. The pathing that Folly takes is genuinely uninteresting. She just teleports in front of you, which gives you enough time to just walk away if you have enough movement speed, but you're being chased by a bunch of infested anyways. So if she cuts off the direction you're trying to go, you have to walk through her in void mode, which costs all of your energy, which then leaves you vulnerable to the infested. So it's like, if you just get unlucky and she teleports in a bad spot, you're cooked. Right? So it's like they didn't think beyond, well, if you find everything super fast, then it's easy. Like, I have a feeling that they never play tested this without the use of like a dev mode cheat that shows them where the thing is. So they never had to go looking for it and try to find it. Or like they know all the spots because they have all the spots memorized already as the people who made it. If they even thought that much about this game mode, which I kind of doubt that they did. So my general feedback for this game mode is to straight up remove it. Delete the game mode. Delete the whole game mode. Start again. Like, this is straight up the worst game. Okay, I'm not usually the kind of person where I'm like, just undo all of the work that you did. I really hate saying that as advice, right? It's not really advice to tell somebody, hey, this sucks, start over. But this sucks, start over. Like, this genuinely is awful. So there's paint. I found paint, and there's the canvas. I found that early. Awesome. That's really lucky. And Folly's on. And we just have to look for paint. Like, not being able to void sling here, even if you made it so that like a void sling cost extra energy, I'd do it, right? I'd do it. I'd take that deal. That's a fine deal. There's more ink here. Yippee. Also, the door can randomly get closed with ink. There's no clarity on how or when that happens. It just happens. And you just have to be like, oh, the door's closed because of ink. Like, I just happened to notice that. It's not like that was intuitive to me in any way. I'm looking for the canvas first. There's a canvas. Just gonna run this and just get overguard regenning. See, these guys are also fairly tanky as well because it's steel path, right? It's not like these guys are like super weak or anything either. Just get more overguard and then just go fuck off. Okay, this might sound cooked, but I'm going to take this ink over to point B instead of A. Because I feel like B is a little bit more important. Because it's farther away from the central area. Like, the central area, I can just, like, there's more spots to check. I'm also just now realizing that Folly's balloons are bad. And so you don't want to touch those. So, like, I would rather, right, instead of us complete a shadow graph all the way, it seems like the real strat is to do most of the completion. See, like that there with the ink on the door is, like, so unclear. But, like, it seems like the strat is don't complete it all the way. Why did I not? Oh, I have ink. How did I get inked? What? I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, it feels like the strat is don't complete the... I wanted to pick up the shit. But I don't have vacuum and operator because of course I don't. There we go. There's an ink thingy here somewhere. Oh, he already grabbed it. This is gonna point into here. Okay. Shit, I didn't void sling before I picked this up. Does killing enemies give you ink? No, I don't think so. Killing enemies gives you a waypoint that shows you where the next ink fountain is, but it doesn't show you where the waypoints are, like the canvases. If you have ink, you can't willingly get rid of it. You can't transference to get rid of it. Yeah, that's another thing. You can't get rid of it. You just have it forever. It seems like if you get really lucky, this can end up being really fast, though. Touch the portal? There we go. I don't know why there's a portal there instead of just starting here. That makes no sense to me. I guess immersion purposes, right? Okay, no canvas there, but there's an ink thing there, so that's an inkwell to check later. I'm starting to understand this game mode now. There's an inkwell here. I didn't void sling beforehand. That's my bad. Oh, cool. Operator doing a thing. There's an ink thing immediately behind this one as well. Okay, so it feels like the speed strat. There's 2 inkwells in this room, right? Neither one of them has ink. GG. Ow. Apparently that still hit me, somehow. There's an inkwell here. It's empty. So... what are you supposed to do when all the inkwells are empty? You just have to go to the... Yeah, this one's empty as well. Oh, no, this one's not, though. What the fuck? There's another one here. This right here, this is what I mean. Like, I'm cucked, and I have to, like, wait for her to teleport, and then I can go. And I still got hit there. Okay. Somebody said that, oh, the doors that are destructible, I bet he was talking about the ink on the closed doors whenever that happens. That seems like a scripted thing to happen if you, like, get into a room that Folly wants to block off. That's an inkwell up here, isn't it? Yeah, it is. I'll take that. So when doing, it's only 3 instead of 2, which means that I think duos are the way to go. You can go deeper into here, but there's no ink here. I hear another jingling noise, which indicates to me it's somewhere nearby. Ah. Oh, my companion's going crazy. Let's go, companion. Red Veil, question mark? Yep. So like this, I'm like cucked now, right? I have to like just take this and hope that my shield gate's long enough. Oh my god. That one, we just need one more for this one. Come on, finish please. Ow, okay. There's... no ink things here. Honestly, the biggest thing about this that I would say is the energy drain needs to just be reworked to respect Overguard. I don't know the point of Overguard if it doesn't protect your energy. That's like the only reason I even use Overguard, is to protect my energy, right? So if the only reason I use Overguard is to protect my energy, there we go, found it. If the only reason I'm using Overguard is to protect my energy, and it's not being protected when I need it to be, then, like, what's the point? Does Unairu negate the slowing effect? Maybe. Maybe this is an Unairu play. Unairu also has the transparent static negation. 4 minutes. I feel like we got really unlucky there and we still got it in 4, which is fine. So maybe we can get this in 3 if we really optimize. This game mode is awful, though. I don't like this game mode at all. I'm going to try Unairu with a similar setup and see if Unairu works. Poise might tank the slow? Yeah. For 29 resources? Yeah, I'm noticing. Unairu might be the play. Unairu has a lot of really good stuff on it. So let's just build an Unairu out. We're gonna... Worst game mode ever. This shit is ass. Alright. So it's the knockdown immunity mod. It's the void movement efficiency mod. It's the void sling distance. It's the movement speed. And the void sling efficiency. But low-key, hear me out, chat. Would this be worth running? Fuck no, it's not worth running. What about this one? 710 shield. Not worth running. 475. 665, 60. Yeah, this is just not worth running. Never mind. Where's the void sling efficiency? That's just way better. That's just way better. Let me double check these. So, sit on a shear. Or shit on a zir, whatever the fuck this is called. Yeah, it's initial charge. That's what I'm looking at. Amp efficiency doesn't matter. Void sling strips 30% of overguard. None of the enemies have overguard. Gain invisibility for tower on strikes. Doesn't matter. Heat damage. But that's only for the tower on strike. None of these matter. So, I guess... amp ammo efficiency, because there's nothing else that matters. I guess, right? Is there anything else? You're just not having luck with any of the parts? This game mode is, really bad. This game mode is really bad. It's day one, lol, play the game. I think this is universally being regarded as bad by multiple people, man. I don't think this is like a... you're just a hater type of moment. Like, I think most people can look at this and say, like, oh, this objectively sucks. No ink there. Seems to be the consensus even in Reddit. Yeah, I noticed that. I noticed the Reddit post was like, did they even playtest this game mode? Which I agree. I don't think they playtested this shit. It's really bad. There's ink here. Oh, I didn't void sling. Damn it. What if I say yes, I am a hater? What the? That's kind of what I'm thinking, you know? Like, what now? Wukong is a great idea. To just run through the tile and not have to deal with the collision. I again didn't void sling, which, my bad. Best update in the entire game. I love internet trolls. Okay. There's no ink back here? No? Oh, interesting. There's no ink covering this door either. There's an ink here. Fuck, I didn't sling again. That sucks. Is there a painting nearby? There is. And there's a thing up there. I lost Overguard? No. Baby Wolf lost Overguard. So there's no way I lost Overguard, man. Might as well just get this knocked out since we're here. Yeah, this update is very not good. This game mode is this game mode in particular is really bad. So that's a fountain, but it's empty. Lovely. Door. Fountain. I think another piece of feedback I would give is that the statues should probably also follow enemy highlight rules. Jesus, don't hit me with that. Okay, there's that. I just need ink fountain. Also, I want these pickups, please. Give me all these white pickups. Yummy. Yeah, I think it's very fair to say that DE probably did not playtest this. Oh shit, that hurts my energy. I don't want to get tickled. The other thing that makes this a little bit obnoxious, right? Like the doors change which one is blocked off with ink every time, so it's like routing to certain areas is like a chore. Give me this. I want this. Thank you. Some places are genuinely awful to path to. But I just need one more. Of course the last ink blot is down here. Why wouldn't it? Oh, you fuck. There we go. Ink blot pointed us down here. So surely it's in Samaris's room. Of course it's all the way down here, man. Like, why wouldn't it be? See, like, this right here is just really, like, ugh. And then I have to go all the way around. And then Baby Wolf got one anyways. Sure, it's annoying. They camp the canvas and they seem to spawn in groups, but it's like, you want to finish it in 3 hours, question mark? Do you think that my issue is with the speed at which the thing is completable? My issue is with the gameplay, man. I don't care about the speed. I like the Parita Rebellion. The Parita Rebellion was a fucking ridiculous grind. I like that shit a lot. I think it's good to have long-term grinds. I think it's good to have long-term, like, consistent grinding things. Buddy, this is not it. I think that this mission setup was fairly well made. I like this. This was very rewarding. It was very interesting. You had to grind a lot of it, but the mission was really fun to do and the gameplay was really fun. And I praised this for having the most fun gameplay. The tile sets were big and open, which means they're really fun to move through. The buffs for the different focus schools were really interesting. The mission types themselves were really fun, and they were fairly low on bugs, which made them very interesting to play. There was a lot of solutions. There's a lot of creativity that went into it. Like, this is just a good, like, this was really good. I praised this. I don't give a shit about the grind duration, dude. Purita Rebellion is like the best update in the last 2 years. That's what I'm saying. Purita Rebellion is like one of the best updates that we had, and I praised the fuck out of it. This sucks. This update is bad. Byron didn't like Purita because he couldn't get more than 5 orders? Yeah, maybe, dude. That's fair then. Yeah, this fucking blows, dude. This game mode sucks. The gameplay is terrible. I don't give a shit about the duration of the grind. I care about whether or not it's fun to grind. I also care about whether or not whether or not you can interact with the grind to like change how long it takes. Like if I can do something to speed it up in gameplay, then I like that. The survival change is a great change, by the way. It's like a spy mission, but worse. Yeah, because there's no waypoints at all. You just have to find shit randomly, which feels very unrewarding. The whole premise of this game mode is just really not fun. Purita's vibes, the music is great. The music is great. I think the Purita music is fucking awesome. But yeah, I like playing this. I'm just like, this sucks. This really sucks. So hold on. Let's just folly. So I've only gotten systems, which I've gotten 2 of them. And I've gotten her weapon blueprint. You need to get all of the parts for the weapon? Oh, fucking GG, bro. Folly can't hurt him in the mushroom mode? Of course! Of course Nokko is free, dude. Of course Nokko can press 3 to win. G fucking G. Yeah, because he goes intangible, right? So he's untargetable from anything. That makes sense. So I would imagine Dugoth would be the same thing. That's really funny. Wukong press 2 to win? Yeah, Wukong I can imagine. Yeah, because it's Cloudwalker would be the same thing, right? You go intangible, so you're untargetable. So intangibility is the method. Honestly, I could even go as far as to say fuck the Dante. Like, Wukong might just be the way. The Spy Wukong loadout. What? Oh, I clicked the wrong button. The Spy Wukong loadout, like this, with... I need to change this one to have Molt. You could use Revenant like the devs intended. You sure could, man. So, like, do I even have a Wukong build? I don't have a Wukong build on config C, so we're just gonna do this. We're just gonna take this, copy it over to B, and then I'm gonna put Molt on, and then I think instead of one of these, I think instead of Stretch, because this is just here for the sake of the Invis augment, take these 2 things off and give him some power strength, right? I think that makes more sense. Can I could just move this, and that would save me capacity on that build. All builds, this would save me capacity, so I'm going to do that. So let's do that. We're going to give ourselves just a little bit of strength for Molt. God, I love that this breaks all the time. So that's a very expensive mod. It might not actually be worth it. It might instead be more worth it to do Precision Intensify, because I'm going to put it on the Molt, right? So I can just put it over the 4. And then with 10 capacity, Augur Secrets is the best that I can afford, I believe. So I don't think it's worth it to do Transient over anything else, or Blind Rage, because I want the efficiency. Damn, Wukong's base energy is kind of dookie fart. 556, huh? I almost want to do Duration, this one instead, because I can do, like, Molt and then Cloudwalker and get more duration. You know? Might just buy Folly with Plaid. I bought my 1 Folly, but I'm going to get the second one for the self-portrait subsume. I also need to finish building the second Dante. I never got around to doing that. So I need to... need in quotations marks. I just want to grab this. 75% DR in a massive range. Molt from Saren. Over the 4 on config B. Did I accidentally put that on config C as well? Did I get the Bubonico from Eleanor? No, I need to grab 1 live heart cell. I have 9 out of 10 live heart cells. I don't know how I have 9, but I have 9. So, I mean, GG. But there we go. We've got molt, so it's just that. Honestly, I kind of want efficiency in some way. Since I have molt for speed, I'm willing to... Why do I only have 1? Oh, precision intensify, right. This is giving me 2x speed. I can take this off for efficiency or something, right? And I don't think it would hurt me to do so. Because, like, I think realistically the energy save is going to be worth it with all of this. You have 134. Why not put energy nexus? I think overall the energy that I'm going to be spending, steadfast streamline should be enough energy throughout the duration of the mission, but I don't have any energy generation at all. You are correct. So Nexus might be the play. Nexus might be the play. Actually, also, I just realized I should keep the other one. I should get rid of this one. This is 12 sprint speed, so hold on. So we're going to go like this. Grab sprint speed. We're going to put this back. This is 15. The other one's 12. Oh, but it's casting speed as well. I guess it doesn't matter. He casts pretty much instantly. Does it make a difference? Not really. Also, this only goes down by like a little bit, right? 189. Is the casting speed better? Does it matter? Molt is an instant cast. This has like a little animation, but it doesn't matter. You go intangible anyways, so I'd rather the speed. I say this like 0.2 fucking sprint speed is going to make a difference. I have molt. I have a huge multiplier, so who cares? GG, I have molt. Let's do this again. Also, is there any difference from running steel path and base path? I'm noticing that we're getting like 30 per or 40 per. Does it matter at all? Okay, there's the canvas. Nothing here. Huh. Interesting. Want to buy ink blot. There we go. Womp. There's that one. There's an ink spot. Why is it 3 per and not 4? Because there's only 2 of us. Wukong intangibility for the win. There's a spot here, I think. No? There's not? Okay. There we go. My Unairu, or not my Unairu, my Wukong, dude, want to buy ink bots. Okay. Piece of feedback for DE, if they're listening. Once you find an inkwell, like once you touch it, it should be marked. And then after it's marked, if it has ink in it, it should change from white to yellow. That's my, or like white to red or something. So you can run through, scout all the ink spots out, and then you can make your move, right? That's my piece of feedback on what I would do to change this. because this is blowing ass. Because I don't know what ink spots are active and which ones aren't. I cannot be asked. White to blue, make it green? Yeah, white to blue or something. I heard jinglies, but it's just folly. The fact that Wukong can go intangible and not deal with this shit is so nice. No wonder Chinese Warframe players are probably in love right now. They're probably having a great time. Ah! Stop hitting me, fuck. The other thing, I would make it so that going into transference would allow you to... Going into transference would allow you to drop an ink blot that you don't want. It's a minor change, I feel. But it would give you a lot of breathing room. Oh, I'm out of energy. Just gonna grab energy real quick. Energy next is slow. That is tanky. Oh, he died. Cool. Wukong is the man? Wukong's definitely the man. So... run Wukong. And probably solo or duo. I wouldn't recommend running with more people. I think that more people just makes this worse. You require a lot more ink blots, and there's more follies, and there's just more problems. So, solo Wukong is the way to farm this. Vision still -3 with Wukong. Sometimes the visual effect intensity breaks. So like this here, I'm just gonna... Don't default my settings, Jesus. So I'm gonna do that. Yeah, you see how that's broken? 19 out of 1200. Yeah, I think the thing is, the longer you stay in and kill shit, the better. There's like a fog setting that breaks. This one here, I'm gonna confirm enable it, and then I'm gonna turn it back off. And disable it. This one right here, I think. One of the Wukong settings breaks. Or like this Cloud Walker, like I'm supposed to literally like not see it at all. I'm supposed to just see through it. And I can't. And I love that for me. There's nowhere else to go, hey? Ah, here it is. What? Oh, there's one down here. Of course there is. Alright, well, I'm gonna let him get that. And just look for the other ones. Another piece of feedback is probably tweak the directional audio of the ink blots to be maybe a little bit more pronounced. And yeah, I mean, let us void sling, dude. Not being able to void sling is genuinely killer in this. Even if it's only like 1 or 2 void slings. You know? 1 or 2 void slings, you know, let's say it takes a little bit more energy to do so, would be a huge, huge improvement. I think I heard another one. There's another one here. Ah, I accidentally switched my shoulder. Fuck. There we go. I'm gonna go to B instead of A because I want to try to skip that phase. You're kidding me. You're kidding me right now, man. You're fucking kidding me. That's so bad. Oh, interesting. Getting kicked out of void mode because your energy fucking drains because there's a folly nearby. Because she cock-blocked the hallway. Not fun. Not fun. This sucks. I have to go all the way around to go to B, by the way. I have to go all the way around. Dude, how do I get to B? Oh my god. I have to go through here. Dude. And there's another folly. Why? Dude, me when I'm in an unfun simulator and my opponent is Digital Extremes. Holy fuck, this game mode is garbage. This game mode is hot ass. This game mode was actually made by a fucking, like, a clown. Genuine, legitimate clown. I hear it. There it is. Oh, look, there's a folly. Oh, there's another one. Oh, I'm stuck in here. I'm gonna die in operator, and I'm gonna drop this fucking ink blot. I'm gonna drop this one because I'm just fucking... They spawned in and they closed the door on me. You're fucking kidding me, dude. Holy shit. Actually rage-inducing game mode. Actually rage-inducing. Bro, what? My operator got fucking ganked 3 times in a row. 3 times in a row because you run out of energy the second that bitch touches you. Could Hildren be a play? It's not about... The Warframe doesn't matter. Wukong is the play because he goes intangible and he just doesn't care. Wukong is absolutely the play. Yeah, Nokko, Wukong, Dante, whatever. Like, anything that goes intangible is the play. The issue is when you're an operator, you cannot void sling, so you cannot dodge the folly. You have to walk through in void mode, but they instantly drain your fucking energy to do that. DE, you fucking morons, dude. This game mode is ass. What's the point of being an operator if I'm able to fucking be... What is the point of being in void mode? I am in a rift between reality, right? When I go into void mode in lore, I literally am dismembering and fucking phasing out my physical form and representing it with a void energy husk. And I'm walking the fold between realities. That's what I'm doing, right? Like, I'm literally in a different fucking plane of existence. I don't exist. I am invisible. I can't be I'm intangible. I have, like, fucking whatever. What is the point of being in this form if some fucking fat chick can just suck with a massive fucking radius and just pull me out of it pretty much instantly? Let alone there can be multiple and there's no cap on the energy drain. Like, what are we talking about? This sucks ass. This game mode is ass. That's insanely frustrating. And it slows you somehow, by the way. Disney adult frame? It really is a Disney adult frame. That's what this is. This is a Disney adult frame. This is not a fucking... You know, I cut the other stream short because, like, after playing Folly and just testing the abilities. I didn't even play Folly. I tested the abilities. I was so fucking bored. And so, like, genuinely, like, disappointed. Like, hard disappointment. Don't forget, if you have ink, you can't go back into your Warframe. Go bed. I'm stunned. I am stunned. I am truly, genuinely, like, I'm aghast. Was Folly strong? You weren't there for the review? Aghast? The fucking... I can't do the noise. I can't do the ghast noise. Fuck, I should get gas sound effects for, like, a soundboard or something. Thank you, Josh, for the 10 gifties. Fucking fat gift bomb for your mental torture. Just play Minecraft on Warframe update day like a Chad. Dude, I kind of am feeling Minecraft. I like... I would rather play Minecraft with my wife. Plus... plus size park hopper is crazy. Okay. I'm gonna mentally reset, and I'm gonna try to provide feedback, like real, candid, constructive criticism and constructive feedback, and not just hate on this and be genuinely angry about it. Like, I'm not gonna crash out. Constructive feedback. There are several issues. One is visual clarity and visual noise. Whether or not it's an actual moving NPC folly radius versus one of the stationary statues is very unclear. There should be some form of additional indicator, whether it's a waypoint difference or an enemy highlights thing, something that clarifies or makes it easy to determine whether it's a stationary folly that can be shot out with my amp, or whether it is a NPC folly that is following me. 2, it appears that you can, some of the Folly clones are shootable, but it is unclear which ones those are. When you shoot them, a little wisp pops out and tracks and takes you to the next ink blot, but it's unclear when that's the case. So it's basically not worth doing, and it's worth ignoring all the time and just checking the spots manually, because you can just move fast with Wukong. So, visual noise and visual clarity. Big, big, big major negatives. Those need to be addressed, I feel. Another thing that would be really nice to address is after you find an ink spot, like fountain, once you find a fountain, if there's no ink there, make it a white waypoint. And if there is ink there, make it a flashing blue waypoint, like if a life support tower is spawning, right? That way, it's easy to distinguish, oh, there's ink over there on the other end of the map, let me go get it. Because it is not very clear where the ink is, and if I have to double back over places I've already been, I'm going to forget stuff. Like, let's say for example, right, just as an example, there's an ink fountain here, but this ink fountain is empty right now. In my brain, I remember checking this fountain, but there's nothing here. Then somebody else across the map puts in an ink splot, and that now has an ink thing, but I'm far enough away that I don't know that. In my brain, I've already checked this off. There's no ink there. So I'm going to check over here, and there's no ink here, and there's no ink here, and then I'm going to go over here, and there's no ink, and there's no ink, and now I've checked everywhere, and in my brain I go, what the fuck, I've checked everywhere, there's no ink. Because I've walked around, and I'm looking here, I'm looking at the canvas, here's the canvas, where's the fucking ink at? I don't get it. And so I retrace my steps, and then I go back here, and I'm like, no, I checked this one already. Wait, but I hear a noise, and then I go deeper, and I see an ink blot. So, finding an ink spot should have a white waypoint if you find it, if you get within range of it, and it should turn blue if there's ink there. Because I found it now, I need something to keep track of it. Because if I sit here and stare at it, and it never changes, then I'm wasting my time, right? Everything looks the same. That's another big issue. Everything kind of looks the same. You can kind of pick up on what's different. The doors are... I really hate the randomized doors where, like, sometimes a door is blocked off, sometimes it's open. I'm not a big fan of the ink wall in particular. Maybe there should be a different way of doing it. I get the randomized tile set, but it's the same tile with, like, random doors blocked. It's really weird. I don't like it. Good morning, Castile. Yeah, the solid ink walls that change aren't on the minimap. That's another thing. So when this gets walled off, let's say this gets walled off by an ink blot, put a fucking line on the map, just a straight strike through, just a line, and just make it clear that you can't go through, right? So visual clutter and also a lack of visual clarity. It's weird that there's both clutter and a lack of clarity at the same time. The fact that the minimap doesn't reflect that there's an ink wall in the way. The fact that the doors can get ink on them, but it's unclear when that happens, and then you have to shoot them out. But that always happens when, like, Folly is there, and it's only, like, sometimes... That, I don't know why that's a thing. That should probably just be removed. If not removed, reworked in some way. I don't know how you could do that to make it fun. Maybe it's just a thing that after you see it, you get used to it, so you just know to shoot at it. It's definitely very confusing. I have a feeling that most players probably will just run into this and be confused why they can't go through the door because there's an ink thing that's holding it closed, and they just can't tell, and then they die, go into operator mode, and then they die again, and they're just confused, right? They're just like, what's happening? I would not blame them. Is this worse than Jade's game mode? By a lot, this is worse than Jade's game mode. I like Jade's game mode. I like Ascension a lot, actually. My only issue with Ascension is I played too much of it. I like Ascension a lot. I just burned myself out on the game mode. I said this earlier. Oh my god, why do I have hiccups? Fuck off. God, I hate hiccups. So visual noise, visual clarity. That's what I would change. It is adding a waypoint, a dynamically changing waypoint based on when you discover an ink station. Indicating the difference between a stationary folly statue and moving folly NPCs, and or clarifying if there's like breakable follies versus not breakable follies. It seems like there are, but maybe that was just like weird. I don't know. So those two things can be tied. And then whether or not a wall gets cut off, like whether or not a route gets cut off, there should be an indicator on your map that visually indicates that to you, so you know whether you have to go around or not. There were a couple times where I went down a hallway only for me to have to double back through that hallway, and there's like 4 follies following me, and now I'm fucked. Because I didn't know, oh, this doorway's closed off, because everything fucking looks the same. Ascension had 1 enemies that could kill, and 2 a lot of them. Yeah, Ascension had a lot of fun things going on. It was very fun team play wise. It wasn't really fun solo. If you played Ascension by yourself, you were probably not having a good time, but if you played Ascension with teammates, it's a great time. Me and my squad had a lot of fun min-maxing and trying to get the time down as low to 5 seconds as we, or 5 minutes as we possibly could. That was a lot of fun. Getting the 501 and being like, no, we're 1 second off of the 5 flat, or oh, we're not at the 459. That's fun. I enjoyed that. But again, I burned myself out, so a little bit different there. That's those two things, right? That's the visual clarity in that. Next up is the actual balance of the gameplay itself. Going into Operator and not being able to Void Sling is a massive kick in the wiener. They should just very simply make it so that you get like 1 or 2 Void Slings, and even if it costs a bunch of energy to do so, I'd be fine with that, right? Like, you get a Void Sling and it drains like a quarter of your energy bar because you're covered in ink. Okay, fine, whatever. I still get the Void Sling mechanically, right? Instead of outright locking Void Sling, just adding a modifier to it for like negative efficiency would go a long way, and also means that modding for Void Sling efficiency with your Operator would feel a little bit more rewarding, right? So you could make it as simple as like it's minus 50% Void Sling efficiency, but you can offset the Void Sling efficiency by putting it on your thing here, right? And it's like, oh yeah, but I've got Void efficiency and Void Sling efficiency here, so it kind of balances out. And it still wouldn't outright fix it. You would still be limited to how many Void Slings you can do, but it would make it feel a lot better. That's thing number 1. Thing number 2 is that when you are in Void mode, I don't think Folly should just drain your fucking Operator energy at all. You're already slow. You're already kind of beholden to Folly's bullshit. If there's multiple Follies in a row, which tends to happen when you're playing on multiplayer, and you have to go through all of them, it's genuinely impossible, because you can't Void Sling, your Void mode doesn't last long enough to get through more than 1, and your health bar doesn't last long enough to get you more than the second one. So when there is a chain of like 4 Follies on top of each other, and they instantly sap your energy, and then they push you into a corner and there's nowhere for you to go because they're just walking at you menacingly, and they fill up the entire corridor with the field, and there's 8 of them, and you just can't do anything. You can't go into transference to get out of the situation. You can't go into void mode because you run out of energy. You can't Void Sling. You can't do anything. There's no counterplay. That lack of counterplay is really unfun, and it's really punishing for no reason. Right? Yeah, sometimes she can camp the canvas. Sometimes she can camp the ink spot itself. So I think the issue is Folly's interaction with the Operator, 1, doesn't even make canonical sense, and 2, is really, really punishing when it shouldn't be. You're being punished for trying to avoid Folly by not being allowed to Void Sling. Then you're being punished for getting camped by Folly and getting cornered. Then you're getting punished by trying to go around or through Folly. It's just really, really poorly designed, right? So I would probably make it so that there is just no Void mode drain when in, like, no energy drain for Operator when you're walking through Folly. Does that make folly trivial? No. If there's a fucking chain of 12 follies and they're all following your operator as you're in void mode, you're going to be in void mode for a long time. It's going to slow you down. It doesn't make it faster. It just makes it less punishing to deal with the bullshit, especially because doors will randomly get cut off, and we talked about already that like everything kind of looks the same in the game mode. So because everything kind of looks the same, it's really, really, really difficult to remember what doors and walls get cut off. So if I go down an area only to realize I walk down a dead end and there's a line of 3 follies behind me, I have ink. I can't go transference to like get my operator to go through it with a bullet jump. I can't void sling just to one time just to get through all of them really quickly. I can't void mode to get through them. I'm just fucked. That sucks major balls. So I think as far as the actual balance of the operator folly interactions, the operator should probably be majorly buffed. Folly should majorly be nerfed in some significant way that makes it so that you're not dealing with a basically impossible situation that you really aren't responsible for. So those are my 2 pieces of major feedback. Minor feedback. I think the sound design is fine, but it gets a little bit noisy, especially because if there's a lot of follies layering on top of each other, the constant giggling. Folly has a sound effect that is very similar, if not identical, to the ink splot sound effect. And so it gets very confusing to know whether or not you're walking towards the ink splot, the ink fountain, or whether you're walking towards a folly until you actually see her, or you see her radius. The constant giggling and the constant teleporting, it's fine that those are sound effects. Those are actually really important sound effects, right? But it's just very overwhelming when there's like fucking 8 follies. It's very overwhelming when there's that, and then there's infested enemies screaming, and then there's face huggers, and you're trying to listen for a little ambient noise, a little ambient, little crystalline noise for like the fountains, and you're never going to hear it. I don't have music on, but I imagine if I had music enabled, that would be another layer that just makes it really difficult. There's just a lot of noise, like audio noise. Audio clutter just constantly playing that makes it really hard to tell where stuff is. The directional audio indicators can also probably be tweaked. I noticed a couple of times where I heard it sounded like it was on my left, but it was in like a different room to the left, and so like I had to go deeper whilst hearing it in my left the entire time, and then find it. Like, it was very obnoxious just finding it through the audio cue, which is supposed to be the way you're supposed to find it. It's also very confusing to, again, compare it with the noise that Folly's ambient thing makes. It's very, very difficult to tell which is which sometimes, especially if there's a billion of them happening, right? The face hugger enemies. I actually don't mind that they're there. I think that's actually a good addition. My complaint is they don't really do anything. They're just there. They seem to be there to kind of spook you, like, don't get face huggered or else you'll get stunned for a second. It'll be bad. And it's like, I don't know about all that, because like the face hugger, I've only been hit by it once and I just rolled it off and I didn't really have any issues. I don't really know what they do to you while you're an operator, because you can just go void mode and then they just die. So I'm a little bit confused by the face huggers. I don't really know what they're doing there. The thing that I want to criticize about them, though, is that they get a red objective waypoint on them, which indicates that you should kill those enemies. But then the reward for killing those enemies is that nothing happens. Like, nothing happens half the time, right? Because it's supposed to spawn like a wisp to, like, tell you where the next ink fountain is. But if one of them is already active, which it's probably going to be, then the face huggers just die and do nothing. So there's not really a risk-reward system there. I don't feel like they necessarily add anything. I don't feel like they detract anything, and it's fine that they're additionally part of the game. I would just probably remove the red waypoint. I think that the red waypoint adds a layer of visual noise that just doesn't need to be there. I think the face huggers are distinct enough. They are visible enough. I don't think that they necessarily need to be in your face with a red waypoint. It's very distracting, and it just kind of detracts from the overall whatever. I don't think that that enemy is significant enough to warrant an entire alert waypoint. Hey, heads up, there's a face hugger. And it also removes the risk of them stunning you anyways, because if you see it coming, you just move away and you're fine. Also, as a minor piece of feedback, just start me in the goddamn relay. Why do I have to go from the relay to the portal thing, to like the Samaris entrance? Why is it a Samaris entrance thing? That makes no sense to me. Also, I didn't mention this. Thank you, Big Josh, for the other 10 gifties. This dude's just throwing money at me. Dude is throwing doubloons at me so much, I'm gonna order food. Dude's throwing enough money at me that I can fat ass max, and I can be a fat ass just like Folly. Guys, I can become Folly right now by ordering DoorDash. Let's do it. I can be a fat ass too. With this one simple trick, with this one simple trick, chat, you too can be just like Folly. Order nothing but DoorDash and Uber Eats and never go outside. Folly cosplay. Okay. Speaking on Folly as a whole. Okay. Speaking on Folly. I think that this frame visually is a lot less obnoxious in gameplay just because you're only seeing her from the back and you're always rolling and moving and you're always doing something and you're looking at the enemies, so realistically she just looks like a meatball. And realistically, being a gloopy meatball is the least offensive visual thing that there is. Do I think that this frame is ugly and doesn't look good? Yes, I do. I do think this frame does not look good, personally. I don't like the way this frame looks. I don't like the helmet. I don't like the alt helmet. I don't like the skin. I don't like the colors. I don't like any of it. I'm not a fan of this frame, visually speaking. However, if your main criticism of the update is just Folly fat, therefore bad, then I feel like you're not really bringing anything useful to the conversation and you're not contributing to anything and you're going to be disregarded and ignored. Rightfully so. I think that there are things that you can criticize and say you don't like the look of it, but there's more to be criticized about Folly. And I want to clarify that because I think that Folly fucking sucks. I think that Folly fucking sucks gameplay-wise. I don't care about the visuals. I've mentioned this before, that if a frame is good or fun to play or enjoyable or really interesting, then I'm going to play it regardless. I said that about Hildren. I really hate the way base Hildren looks, but I don't care because base Hildren played really good at launch and was a really fun frame and there was a lot going on. And Hildren is still good. Folly's gameplay loop is fucking unbalanced as shit. Her passive is just free energy constantly to the point where I'm debating whether or not you even need equilibrium. Because, I mean, why would you? It's just free constantly, like free 90 free. Her passive is on all the time. Her second ability, the two things that need cooldowns, being the explosive container and the shock mine, don't have cooldowns. And since both of those do level scaling damage, she just freely insta-kills at any level of the game and insta-kills all enemies for no energy and also gets energy back to do so. Arc Trap Cascade Cap right now, lol. It's literally the one not being moddable for both range and duration, I think is also a bad thing, because if there's no trade-off to running something like narrow-minded, for example, then why would I not run narrow-minded? There's no detriment, there's no reason to not do this, because I don't care about range for anything. I don't care about it. This radius means nothing to me for, like, inking up enemies, because it just doesn't matter. Like, they're gonna be inked anyways. You know what I mean? The only reason I don't do that is because, like, oh, well, I kind of want to use the 4 to ink enemies, but, like, I don't really want to 4 the enemies. I'd rather alt fire with her gun. The defense objective is fucking disgusting, and it's as I expected it to be. I think that the defense objective is one of the most, if not... Yes, I don't care. Yes, I don't... Why does that ask me every time? One of the most, like, straight up disgusting things that you could possibly have added. I'm gonna swap these two... And then that can be there. So pretty much all of these are useless, right? These are fucking whatever. The life support's useless. Universal ammo, launch pad, lost spirit. These are all like whatever. These are all like... okay, realistically, the ammo can go here. The lost spirit can go here. The conduit key can be here. These, I'm never going to touch these. These are worthless to me. Life support capsule, such a niche one. It can also be here. Power cell can be there. Launchpad, Lost Spirit. I don't ever want to touch these, so I'm going to put this here. Just, these are like the ones I don't care about. Oh. Wait. Does it not actually change the... Oh, it doesn't change the actual thing. It changes the icon. You're fucking kidding me. Oh, why? Why? Why can't I change the order? That's so bad. I was really hoping I could change the order. That's so bad. Oh, DE, what the fuck? What are we doing? No. No. No, no, no. No. Let me change this to be the defense on the first one. Please, bro, please. What are we doing? That's so bad. That's so bad. That's so bad. Let me customize this wheel. DE, as a piece of feedback for Folly, let me customize this wheel. There are certain things I would pull off of here. The Death Orb is fucking worthless. I wouldn't run the power cell 90% of the time. I don't think you can hotkey her gear wheel. You can scroll wheel through it. Can you draw swastikas and dicks? You can. You are beholden to getting banned by Digital Extremes for doing something like that. But yeah, you can just draw whatever, which I think is stupid. This I think is dumb. I think this is dumb. Being able to draw this shit is one of the stupidest things they probably could have come up with. So, I don't know why they would let you draw, to be honest with you. I don't know why they would do this. You can probably macro it. That's a piece of feedback for the shadow graph itself. Let me fucking customize that wheel properly. That's ridiculous. Thing number one. Thing number two. Nerf the shit out of it. Nerf the ever-loving fuck out of this wheel. Another thing. Notice this really quickly. In the preview, Folly can move around while still interacting with the wheel. Let me just show you something really quickly. Let me just really quickly show you something. I'm holding W. When I hold this, I stop moving. This interrupts and locks my camera. On top of locking my camera, I can't move. I can't fucking move. So you can carry your momentum, but that's it. You can't move. So something to do with that, maybe. You know, something to fix, perhaps. Now, maybe, right? Maybe there's a folly setting here for tap hold. FG. Nope. It would be right here. Maybe a tap hold setting could be an option, right? That could be an idea to fix that issue. Something. So I don't know what happened in the development pipeline where suddenly you can't move while casting this anymore. Being able to WASD would be a massive thing. Being able to, say, hold right click to still move my mouse around so I can look around. Like if I press this button and then hold right click, let me move my camera around so that way I can still look at stuff. Opening the wheel is what kills you most of the time? Yeah, because then it's like I spawn something I don't want to spawn. And it costs energy to do. And pressing the 2 button doesn't, like, quick cycle. You have to press and hold. Folly should be limited to 1 canister at a time. Every new canister should delete the old canister, and once a canister explodes, it should go on cooldown. Having access to 3 canisters is literally just a free insta-kill regardless of level. Should not be the case. This should not be the case. The fact that you can just literally throw these out with, like, no regard for anything, it costs 25 energy to do so, and these just continuously, like, whatever, this is stupid. This is very broken and needs to be nerfed. In my opinion, really nerfed. Folly really looks like she should have some sort of meter or mutation stack to cast her drawings. Yes. I think that there should be a resource that is not energy that limits your ability to draw, that is related to kills, to force you to play the game. Especially something like this defense objective. This should cost like your entire energy pool. Just to show you how stupid this defense objective is, by the way. These enemies get completely distracted by it. They completely get distracted by it. They're completely broken. They're fully on this objective. They're not even attacking my companion. My companion's running into their attacks, and that's why it's taking damage. So there is very much something to be done there. Something to fix about that. That is just obscene. And the aggro draw of that is genuinely like ridiculous. Like Loki's decoy does not draw aggro the same way this one does. So the fact that there's no ink meter that forces you to interact with how much you're spending on your abilities or whatever is ridiculous. I think that is just genuinely obscene. Like we are talking nonsense right now. We are talking ridiculous nonsense. Her third ability, I think, is actually fairly fine and well balanced. I don't actually hate this ability. It is the best way to get ink on enemies. The problem with this ability is because it is so good on getting ink on enemies, it is basically an always active, ridiculous level of orb fountaining that will just, like, farm you infinite energy all the time. And so there should be some kind of nerf when it comes to inking enemies. Again, I think that Folly should have an ink meter that drastically limits how ink spreads. Like, this spreading should cost some kind of meter resource. And, like, I should have to stand in this radius in order to gather. Because, like, look at the orbs here. Look at the duration on the ability. This is a 2-minute long orb fountain that will just always place orbs, and I can just move it to wherever I want for literally, like, basically for free. I can recast it wherever I want. It maintains its same size. I mean, this is very ridiculous, right? This is just obscene. I don't have the strongest weapon right now because I grabbed a low-level trash clear weapon, but, like, you know, whatever. Just pretend it's doing really good. A 2-minute orb fountain that continuously regenerates and continues to orb fountain is very silly. Like, it refreshes its own duration and has a massive radius on it. This is with 200% duration, by the way. Her 1, the range and duration should scale with mods. Reason being, if you have negative range, this should not take you this far. This is very much too much range. This is just Wrathful Advance. And as you can see, there are problems with this ability, such as being able to teleport out of bounds, because the range on this teleport is very ridiculous. I'm now back in bounds of map. If I fall here, I void out. So I like this ability a lot for the teleport. I like it for the rolling guard. The animation on it is actually very deceptive because you can interrupt the animation and just get straight into it. It's a very deceptive animation. You can chain this. I think what I would like would maybe be... You know what I would like? A tap hold, actually. Where if I hold this, I just continuously chain teleports. Because I can hold it right now to actually see my teleport location. That's actually kind of nice. This very much feels like it's a dev mode Warframe, you know? 4th ability, I think, is fine. Actually, I think it's perfectly fine. It's got a decent range. It does decent damage. It doesn't really need to do all that. And I think the most important part is that it crowd controls enemies. This thing does not need to be a super ridiculous damage dealer because the rest of her kit does a ridiculous amount of damage. I don't think it matters. The 4th ability is probably the most fun of her kit. This 4th ability gives you so much breathing room to just do whatever you want. These arc traps also should be nerfed. I think having a cap of 3 is ridiculous for these arc traps. And you can see why. These arc traps deny a ridiculous area, can't be destroyed by enemies, and just deal an insane amount of damage for what they are. And because they level scale in their damage dealt, they will just kill shit. Like at any level, which is just obscene. Oh my god, I've realized something. Let me show you guys something really quickly. Hold on. Oh, my cat is going to spread my electric status. I just need 1 enemy. I just realized something. So, if I do this, I get 1 electric tether to this guy, right? And it does okay damage. That's like okay-ish damage. That's pretty good DPS, right? 1 electric tether. My cat obviously helped. If I do this and then ragdoll the enemy... Oh, that was an armor strip. I'm on Uniru, not Vazarin. Excuse me. Vazarin. Oh, this is still up. Jesus. It's still up. It's still up. Oh my god, break already. Surely it'll break at some point. Alright, it broke. Okay. If I ragdoll an enemy, it gets multiple tethers. It gets multiple electric tethers. So it starts multi-hitting the enemy. Hold on. This is very interesting. My companion's kind of being annoying. I need to grab... You know what I can grab, actually? Smita companion, because my Smita has a permastun build. Where's my Smita? There you are. My Smita does fuck all for damage, but has a permastun. So it should literally just knock this guy over continuously. Ah, but it's a stun, not a ragdoll. I need a ragdoll. Yeah, see, that's a knockdown, not a ragdoll. I need a ragdoll that's like single target ragdoll. Kestrel has a ragdoll, doesn't it? Doesn't Kestrel have a ragdoll? Yeah, it's a ragdoll. Okay. Okay. So, ragdoll with folly breaks the arc trap because it attaches to every body part. So look at this. Hold on. Let's grab the dot stick. If we grab our dot stick here, which is set up to utilize afflictions with this, the only thing we care about is Tranquil Cleave, actually. So we're going to grab Tranquil Cleave for the ragdoll. And as soon as we ragdoll... Okay, well, that's not what I wanted. Hold on. I should probably get rid of my companion at this point. Ragdoll. It gets hit by all the things and dies instantly. Airburst on her 3. Yeah. None of her abilities are good. Her abilities are broken. The fuck are you talking about? Her abilities are insane. The thing that makes her insane is she has no stat requirement for anything. Subsume over the 4. You mean the massive free crowd control ability that locks down an entire radius around you? Why would you do that? Why would you put roar on this frame? Y'all, what are you talking about? Hold on, pause. What are you guys talking about? Why would you put roar on this frame when the damage comes from the environmental hazards, which have level scaling damage? The range on them is fixed, so you just run a grouping tool that ragdolls for the arc trap to insta-kill, which would be Zephyr Subsume. Dead is the best CC. They're gonna die from your abilities. You don't need roar. They instantly... Are you seeing the damage? Are you seeing the damage? In what fucking universe is this a roar-oriented frame? You're not running power strength on Folly. There's no benefit to it. What are we talking about? Her summons count for Summoner's Wrath? Fucking GG. That's so genius. Wait. Does her... I haven't put any of the arcanes. Isn't there one here that's like summons as well? Kamisato. Strength by up to 60% on the next ability cast. Surely this doesn't work. Surely, right, this doesn't do that and trigger strength. No, it is not. What about this one? No, these ones don't count. Okay. So it works for Summoner's Wrath, but not for that. Why does she have better golden instinct? Oh my god, this thing has a 3-second cooldown? Are we kidding? What? What are we talking about? Yeah, Kamisato doesn't work, so Arcane Cam Soda doesn't do shit, unfortunately. Ice Storm on her turrets would work? Oh, dude, Ice Storm sounds ridiculous on her. That makes a lot of sense. I just typed lice instead of ice. Again, not being able to change where my mouse is looking is very annoying. Okay, my companion is trolling because it's preventing my guy from freezing that shit. So hold on. Just get rid of this companion. Let's grab a whole room of these guys. Ugh. There we go. The crowd control on this is fucking ridiculous, by the way. The crowd control that this turret is able to do is genuinely insane. This is unhinged levels of just room denial. Like, hold on. I'm going to unpause the AI so they summon their turrets. If they ever get around to it. This is obscene. There's no enemy cap on this. Also, this does a ridiculous amount of damage. She has everything. What on earth are the devs smoking? Yeah, this frame is very much broken. Frankly, the only bad part of her kit is actually like the RPG, the Death Orb, and the like useless like whatevers, right? Like the Lock Surge is actually pretty dog shit. Wait. Hold on, let me increase my frame rate because that allows you to pick up more stuff. Oh shit, that's wrong. 300. There we go. So I've uncapped my frame rate so I can pick up more health orbs. I know for you guys are like, what the fuck is happening? Don't worry about it. It's fine. All right. I'm sure the frame rate looks really good for you guys right now because it's uncapped. Oh, God. Please let me. Oh, God. Uncapping my frames was the biggest mistake I've ever made in my life. Come on. Don't crash. Don't crash. All right. We're good. We lived. We lived. PC was about to explode. Don't worry about it. It's fine. How much, how much tanking is that? Just out of curiosity. With, like, just this ability. Just 50% DR. That's fun. Why are you at 70,000 HP? I'm at 90,000. Concept from Warframe. Yo, I know that guy. You know what I would rather, DE, instead of this wheel? I would rather a smaller wheel for the main ability that's a tap hold, where tapping it will cast an ability and cycle to the next one, and holding the ability would allow you to specifically select which one you want to cast, so that you can rotate through the abilities. And then you could also just make it so that it would skip the one that you obviously can't cast because it's on a cooldown, right? So like I would press the button, tap a barrel, and immediately rotate to the arc trap. And then cast the arc trap and immediately rotate to the RPG. And then rotate to this one. And then to this one. And then to this one. And then to this one. Oh, shit. That one. Oh, it's on the cooldown, that's right. And then that. See, the thing about Folly is that she can just do this, right? And it's like, there's no limit to this. This is quite silly. And you can have 3 of these, and you can have 3 of these. So, like, maybe we're doing something wrong, you know? Maybe we're doing something wrong. This frame blows. This frame blows. This frame sucks. It's not a fun frame. It's not good design. I'm not interested in any. I'm really not interested in it at all. There's just so many things that I don't like about it. The number one thing I don't like about it is that it's literally just God mode. It's just dev mode. You're playing with a Gmod fucking, you know, sandbox. If we're playing with Gmod sandbox on the Disney adult Warframe, who's doesn't look very good, I think this frame is just going to forever be something that I'm not interested in. That's all there is to it. Something I will say, I do like the animations for Folly. These are, you know, these are interesting. So guess what? I'm taking these, and I'm putting them on any frame that isn't Folly. It's very sassy. I like the fact that you can see the hand doesn't touch all the way to the hip of this Warframe because the model size difference between them is so massive. That is so funny. That's really funny. We can play more of the game mode, but I think I would rather do anything else. So you know what, chat? I'm gonna... Hold on. My food is here. I'm gonna go get my food, and then I'm gonna go hang out with my wife. And you know what? We might play Minecraft. I'm gonna ask her if she wants to play Minecraft, and if we can just do Minecraft on stream and hang out together. If not, if she... Oh, she's probably going to bed. She has work tomorrow. Never mind. Never mind. I'm probably just gonna end stream then, to be honest. Maybe I'll stream Minecraft later tonight. Maybe not. I don't know, dude. I'm, you know, you guys can stay tuned. Yeah, I really don't like this update. I don't like the game mode. I don't like Folly. I don't like a lot. The weapon is a weapon of all time. Definitely not interesting to me personally, but I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna go hang out with my wife. Goodbye, y'all.